It is 6:49. This is your morning in 8 minutes. Take a look at this video. Emergency officials are warning anyone near the middle prong of the Little Pigeon River to stay alert. Those low-lying areas could still flood this morning. That flash flooding last night forcing a lot of people from the Greenbrier campground to evacuate. That's right next to the national park.
Our team coverage continues this morning. Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley keeping an eye on how much rain we got overnight. But first, we do want to start with Abby Kasoris, who's live in Sevier County. Abby, what are you seeing this morning?
Well, the Little Pigeon River is receding. Last night, people telling us that those floodwaters got as high as picnic tables. Families coming back to this campground, finding this. A lot of damage here this morning, but they're very thankful that everyone is okay. People telling us last night people were standing on these picnic tables trying to avoid some of the floodwaters. People here staying in campers and tents. We're just talking to this family, the Harn family. They say their camper is okay. The water got as high as the top step at last check before they evacuated the area. The American Red Cross setting up an evacuation site just about a minute from here over at the elementary school, and that's where people are going. If they're in that evacuation site area, about 100 people estimated from Sevier County EMA being told to evacuate. This morning, though, good news as that water is receding, and now families coming back and checking on some of the damage, seeing what's next.
All right, our Abby Kasoris is reporting live for us this morning. Thank you. We do want to get over to Heather to take a look at how much rain did that area get last night.
And the key is area.
Yeah.
Because it goes downhill, because it goes downstream naturally, you can actually see where it was even 2 to some 3 inches up in the national park. Well, right about here is where that campground sits. So all this just started flowing downhill and downstream and pooled up. So the heaviest rain literally from the area came together right over that campground. Now, some of you, like my house, maybe you got hardly any rain. Big picture was actually only average just under a ½ inch. We had that 60% coverage in downpours and storms, and that's where you can see these spikes up in spots of about 1 to 2 inches with that heaviest rainfall up in the national park yesterday. But what is left over now is scattered rain and rumbles of thunder still popping up. You can see a new couple of showers developing right here on cue between Spring City and McMinn, Wayne County. A couple spots of rain still in the Sevier County area. It's actually turned over to a little bit heavier rain that's rolling across Cott County over the next hour, moving east at about 20 miles per hour. We've got a couple spots of rain here lined up with 411 going into the lower elevations of Sevier County as well. But we're going to continue to wind this down. So we'll take a look ahead here in just a moment.
Heather, thanks. Well, right now, a golden alert is issued for a Kentucky woman with special needs. She may be in Granger County. 22-year-old Brooke Vreeland from Middlesboro was last seen Sunday, officially reported missing on Tuesday. Officials say the woman may be with a man under, quote, questionable circumstances in the Bean Station area. If you have any information, call police or the TBI. And a Jefferson County widow claims the mine her husband worked for intended to hurt or kill him after he died on the job last year.
She's now filing a lawsuit against Nearstar Mining Company. 68-year-old Gerald Turbyville died when rocks fell last July. 2 others were hurt. His wife claims upper management ordered his crew to work in an area that was deemed unsafe by the foreman due to falling rocks. She's asking for a jury to hear the lawsuit and award damages. We've reached out to the company and are waiting to hear back. You can read the court documents right now in your WVLT News app.
And right now, crews are still cleaning up a gas spill from the Colonial Pipeline in Loudoun County. Officials there say they found more product outside of a fence of the Sugar Limb Trap facility. The original spill happened July 4th when a valve on the pipeline failed. Still, no health advisories are in place. Crews are working around the clock to get it all cleaned up.
A man who killed his girlfriend after a breakup will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Prosecutors say Roger Earl England shot and killed the woman as she was packing up to move out of state. This happened at a home off Level Road 2 years ago. Knoxville City Council approving the early plans to build a real-time crime center inside the future public safety complex in North Knoxville. Knoxville police want to set up cameras in the areas of high crime and monitor them from that new center 24/7. KPD says it will be used for identifying suspects after violent crimes. And new details this morning, we're seeing the moments a gunman enters the elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. The video does not show the violence, but can be uncomfortable to watch.
19 children and 2 teachers died. This video shows the gunman armed with an assault rifle weapon entering the school. Police officers enter the building moments later. They approach the classroom, but they don't enter. They move back when they hear more gunfire. For over an hour, heavily armed officers wait down the hall. They eventually entered the classroom to kill the suspected shooter. Investigators are preparing a report detailing the police response, with preliminary findings expected Sunday.
I know it's hard to watch. 6:55 and now as we continue to wind down gradually. This morning we still have some rain and storms developing. Right now you can see a couple of specks. Campbell County, I've zoomed back out so you can see the overall blanket of clouds, the high humidity, and that's why I'll keep tracking new pop-ups over the next couple of hours coming up on the CW. Right now if you're running out the door at 69 Kingston, just kind of that soupy air, the high humidity, 67 Washburn, 69 Knoxville, and 66 in Williamsburg. So that's where we have a few showers even trying to pop up, an isolated rumble of thunder the next few hours. Midday kind of winding down with some spotty rain. That's because we'll actually find some more cloud breaks. So it's still warm and it's still humid all day today. We're working on progress with clouds and some scattered rain and storms this morning, and then becoming partly cloudy with only isolated showers this afternoon. Be 79 at noon with your high today of 87 and continuing to feel warmer. The next couple of days, the benefit behind the front is that humidity wiped out. That's where you see a couple of mornings get more mild, but then of course more storms up ahead in your first alert 8-day planner.
Getting a look at your first alert traffic. Crews have mostly cleared a multi-vehicle crash on I-40 eastbound right around Paper Mill Drive. Still got one vehicle in the right-hand shoulder. Good news is no lanes are blocked. Those interstates are moving without an issue. And a heads up if you're traveling up 75 northbound. Just a reminder that 75 north, the far right lane is closed through mid-July between the Caravel and Oneida exits for storm drainage repairs.
And we're going to keep you updated over on WBXX on that flooding in the Greenbrier campground. Good news this morning, it is receding as we saw from our Abby Casoris, who is live out there. But we'll have the latest for you on WBXX.